Okay, here's the math video. Been having trouble this morning, so this is why it's late getting to you, but here we go. So we're going to be talking about maps and scale drawings, and so you should be on page 259 and it's today. So the first thing I wanted to go over was some definitions, and you need to know that on the test that is coming up on Friday, you will have a section of definitions. So you need to know and have written down and be working on the definitions for this whole chapter. All right, the definitions for today are scale drawing and scale. So a scale drawing is an enlarged or reduced drawing of an object that is similar to the actual size. For example, this car here obviously is not the size of a real car, but it's a scale. All right. The scale is the ratio that compares a length in a drawing or model to the corresponding length in the actual object. All right, so I drew a line here because the top number is your drawing or model number, and then the bottom number will be your actual measurement or length. All right, so for example, right here on the car, here is your scale. 1 centimeter equals 0.3 meters. So every time you measure on here with the ruler, 1 centimeter, it's the same as 0.3 meters in actuality. All right, this is the model. This is the scale. All right, and you need to remember to always write the model or drawing number on top, and then underneath is the actual object measurement. All right. All right, so how do we use a scale drawing? Well, if we had a chimney of the house and it's 4 centimeters on the drawing, it's 4 centimeters tall. How tall is it in reality? All right, so here's the steps to figuring that out. Write it as a proportion. So remember, I said to always put the drawing or the model size on top and then the actual amount on the bottom. So we know that it's 4 centimeters on the drawing. And if you notice in your book on page 659, there's a little picture off to the side of a chimney, and that has the scale right underneath that picture. And the scale is 1 centimeter on the drawing is in reality 2.5 meters. So this is our proportion. And then this is our proportion also. We have 4 centimeters tall on the drawing. So this is our unknown right down here. How much does that in reality then in meters? And so to find that, you're going to write the cross products. So you just cross multiply. 4 times 2.5 meters equals 1 centimeter times meter, the unknown number. All right, so you write that out here like this, and then you just work it out. What is 4 times 2.5? And your answer is 10. So my number down here, the actual size of the house, the chimney of the house, is 10 meters. All right, you can also use a scale for drawing for maps. And so you're going to use a ruler to find the map difference from point A to point B. Now, in your book on page 260, at the top, there's a picture of North Carolina. And there's also a scale that tells you that 1 centimeter is the same as 75 miles. All right, so they're asking, what is the actual distance from Charlotte to Raleigh? And if you measure from Charlotte to Raleigh using your ruler, you would come up with 2.8 centimeters. All right, so we're going to need to follow our steps. 1, put it in a proportion. Here's my proportion, my scale. I already know what the scale is, so that's my known proportion. Now I'm going to put, it's going to equal this proportion, which I'm going to find out how many miles is it? If it's 2.8 centimeters, how many miles is that? All right, so cross multiply 1 times n equals 75 times 2.8. All right, so that leaves us with n equals, and if you multiply that out, use your calculator, that equals 210 miles. So that's your actual distance. Okay, now what happens when you don't have the scale? It's not listed anywhere. This is the scale of this drawing here, but if that wasn't there, how would you be able to find it? So if the length of a room in an architectural drawing is 10 inches, its actual length is 160 inches, what would be the scale? So I should have had these blotted out, but I left them on there. So your drawing is 10 inches. The actual size is 160 inches. What is my scale? If I didn't have either numbers here, I would need to find out, what do 10 and 160 have in common? That's an easy one. They have 10 in common. So 10 divided by 10 is 1. So 160 divided by 10 is 16. What you do to the top, you must do to the bottom. Okay? That is to find the scale if the scale is not listed, or maybe you're missing one piece of the scale. All right. If the sailboat is 15 feet wide, how wide should the model be? All right. So here's the model, and this is on page 261. They have down the scale, and they have it as 17 over 51. Now I went ahead and did step 1 for you. I simplified it, and how I did that was you take 51 divided by 17, and you should come up with 3. All right. So if I'm going to get this 17 divided by 17 is 1, and 51 divided by 17 is 3. So I got a little simpler ratio here to deal with, 1 over 3. So I'm going to bring this down here. I have 1 inch is the same as 3 feet in actual size. And if I already know the sailboat is 15 feet wide, I'm going to put the 15 feet down here with the other 3 feet. I want to know what the model size is going to be. So 3 times 5 equals 15. So what I do to the bottom, I need to do to the top. What is 1 times 5? 5. So how wide should the model be? 5 inches. All right. All right, here's your homework. So you have a scale drawing, and your scale on the drawing says it's 1 inch represents 6 feet. So I want you to find the actual length for a drawing whose length is 4.5 inches. All right, so here's my proportion. Scale or drawing size always goes on top. I know it's 1 inch to 6 feet. So here's my first proportion. Now I'm going to take the information I have and make another proportion. Well, the drawing is 4.5 inches. So the scale drawing goes on the top. I do not know what this one is. So that's my n, my unknown number. That's what I'm going to try and find out. So with the information I'm given, I'm going to do 6 times 4.5 equals 1 times n. So we already wrote it as a proportion. I just told you how to do the cross products, and now you should be able to find out what n equals. That answer needs to go on your the assignment page. Okay, this is homework number 1. Here's the second one. This is the last one. An architect's model of a house is 44 inches high. The actual house is 20 feet high and 40 feet wide. What should the width be on the scale? So first off, we are going to put in a proportion. Here's our known information. The model of the house is 44 inches. That's the scale. That's the scale. That's the proportion drawing, however you want to say the model. And that's 44 inches high. So, but the actual house is 20 feet high. So for every 44 inches represents 20 feet. All right. I have it at 45 feet wide. I know that, but how many inches should it be on the model, on the architect's drawing? And to find that, you're going to simplify. I didn't simplify. You can, but I found that it's just an extra step. All I did was take 20 times what equals 45. In order to find that, you divide 45 divided by 20, and your answer should be your common multiplier. Should be 2.25. So then you take that and you multiply it times your 44 inches. 44 inches times 2.25 should give you your unknown number in inches. Okay, that's your homework assignment, those two. This one and the architect's house. All right, all you need to do is put on the assignment page, excuse me, the two answers. And that's it for the class today.